Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another pick a card reading, and the theme for this one is going to be messages from your higher self. I did leave a poll for this as well, and I went with the choice that had the most votes. So this is what we're going to be doing today. I do have the same crystals that I used last time because I forgot to bring my crystals with me, so I apologize for that. But for pile 1, we will have Lapis Lazuli. For pile number 2, we will have Himalayan salt crystal. And for pile number 3, we will have the Opalite crystal. So take a moment, take a deep breath, try to let go of any stressors that you have, and when you open your eyes, go ahead and intuitively choose the first pile that you feel drawn to. I'll give you a few moments to do this. Whatever the first option that you feel drawn to immediately without thinking, go with that one. Okay, so once you have chosen your pile, I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Lapis Lazuli crystal. And this is your card. We have Sanctuary of Light and Mugwort with Portal, and the keywords 5D, Healing Temple, and Astral Travel. So right off the bat, I do feel that you have been doing a lot of astral traveling, astral projecting, doing a lot of work in the astral realms. I do feel that your spirit guides have been guiding you through this. For some of you, you may have a dragon spirit guide who assists you in this process, or if you feel very called to dragons, and this is a sign for you as well. But I do feel that maybe some of you might feel like your 3D life is not moving as fast as you would like it to, but I feel that it's because you're doing a lot of work in the psychic realms and the astral realms. So if you wake up feeling tired, if you've been waking up feeling like a truck hit you in a sense, or if you feel that you just wake up and you have this understanding or this intuitive knowing of something that maybe you didn't know the night before or something like that, I feel that there's a lot of work being done where you are healing yourself, but also it seems like you're traveling to other places to heal others as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what else comes through for you and make sure this camera is picking everything up. Perfect. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, I just feel like your spirit guides and your higher self here are really guiding you through some sort of healing process. Can we please get a message from my pile 1's higher self? From my pile 1's higher self, please. Thank you. We have earthed, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. Yeah, so I feel like you guys could be my my star seeds, if we want to use that term. Those of you who feel like you are disconnected from your human body, you're disconnected from your human existence. It's very difficult for you to fit in, I feel. Some of you may be Pisceans, Aquarius placements, or you may have a very prominent Neptune or Uranus placement as well, is what I feel, if you know your chart. But I do feel that your higher self is trying to guide you to, how can I describe this energy? Let me lay out the rest of your cards and then I'll see what I can pick up, because I don't want to say too much without getting everything out here. But I do feel like you are being taught how to exist in this dense material world, and this is something that you may not have always been comfortable with. Messages from my pile 1's higher self, please. Thank you. So we have bright heart light, open connections. Very nice. And then I'm also going to get a few tarot cards for you guys. Some of you could have a difficult time with opening up your heart center. Maybe you've been hurt multiple times in your life here. I do notice in this card also, it looks like this girl is in this crystalline structure, almost like a shield or a sphere of protection that is protecting her from the elements or protecting her from anything that is outside of herself. And then in this one, we also see this goddess holding her heart center, where it seems that there's light emanating from it. So I do feel that you are very loving, very compassionate, but I feel like there is something that has happened in your life that has caused you to close up a little bit. I strongly feel like you guys could be water placements, so Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And then I also picked up that Aquarius energy as well. So let's see what we can pick up here with the tarot cards. I feel like your higher self is really guiding you to, it's like there's something that you're working through, some sort of trauma that you've been through in the 5D, because maybe in the 3D it's a little bit difficult for you to process, and you might get a lot more done in the 5D. I feel that you feel a lot more connected to the spiritual realms than you do to Earth, where like on Earth you might feel like you are not as successful, or things are going slow for you. It's almost like you feel very comfortable in the spiritual realms. You feel like you get a lot done. And I feel like you are being guided to open your heart center back up here to finish up some healing. But let's see what else we can get. Messages from my pile ones, excuse me, higher self. Messages from my pile ones, higher self, please. We have the Queen of Wands. Can you guys see this? Okay, perfect. Let's get a few more. Messages from my pile one's higher self. Yeah, there's something here. I'm hearing that your power has been robbed from you. That's literally what I heard in my mind. Knight of Swords. There's some sort of energy here of you having to fight for your power. And I feel like with the Queen of Wands, bright light here, Knight of Swords. Yeah, there could have been something here where you had to defend yourself, and maybe this is why your heart center is having a hard time opening up. Messages from my pile one's higher self, please. Your higher self wants you to defend yourself and stand up for yourself. Maybe you are a little bit timid in real life. We have the Five of Cups, and we have the Moon. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Coins. Yeah, there's a lot of this is some heavy emotional trauma that you guys are working through. Five of Cups, the Moon here. A lot of water energy, like I said. This is Scorpio energy, Cancer, Pisces energy. There's something here that you are being guided to work through. Some sort of trauma that you've been through, something that maybe you don't have. It's like you're not comfortable addressing it in real life. Knight of Coins, I feel like you tend to turn away. We have a cave in this specific card, so you have a tendency to maybe run from your emotions, or to put a shield up to anything that triggers them. Or I'm almost getting this feeling of like if someone were to bring some sort of emotional energy towards you, you would kind of push it away. So I feel like you could be a little bit emotionally unavailable in your connections, which could explain why we have this open connections card here. And I feel like some of you guys are aware of this. Yes, I feel that you guys are very much, you are very spiritually advanced. So I feel like you are aware that you do this. But for some of you, you might be unaware of maybe the certain like tendencies that you do this in, or I mean, excuse me, like the situations that this tends to come out in. Or maybe you just don't see it yourself. You have a hard time seeing this part of yourself with the Moon here. Knight of Swords, Five of Cups, the Moon. Yeah, I just feel like there is a strong energy of you trying to reclaim your power. And that's really what I'm seeing here. We have a portal in this card. We have a protective shield in this one. We have another portal here in the heart center. So there's definitely something that has happened here in your past, where someone either took your power from you, they took advantage of your emotions, they took advantage of your energy, your resources, and this caused you to really clam up, close up. And once again, we see this Knight of Coins energy. You're very careful with your emotions. You keep a shield up, you protect yourself. You don't let people get too close to you. And I feel like this is because you're still working on healing through something here. I feel like some of you guys may question your human existence sometimes. Strength, yeah. Some of you may have Leo placements. I feel like this earthly existence is very difficult for you. I feel like you have a hard time keeping up this front that everything is okay, or that you have everything taken care of. You have a very solid exterior for some of you, but on the inside you're very sensitive. Yeah, I feel like there are a few spirit guides with you that are helping you work through whatever this is, along with your higher self. I feel like your higher self is really guiding you to step into this Queen of Wands energy. Bright heart, light, open connections. Yeah, there's a lot of Leo energy in this reading as well, so some of you may have Leo placements like I mentioned. But I do feel like you're being guided to, once again, take back your power and own who you are from the inside out. I feel like your higher self really wants you to be able to open yourself up again and be able to... Oh, guys, this is a tricky energy. I might need to get some more cards for this because this is hard to explain. Here, let's do this. Can we please get another card from my pile one's higher self, please? One more card from my pile one's higher self. Thank you. Duality, many meanings, misunderstanding. Some of you guys, okay, that kind of helps a little bit. With the Five of Cups being here, some of you guys could be holding on to pain or a grudge even for something that has happened in your past. Some of you, okay, I'm going to be honest always. I'm not going to be the type of reader who sugarcoats things. I feel like some of you guys are extremely sensitive to the point where sometimes it could be a little bit manipulative to those around you, or maybe they perceive it this way, or maybe you have a hard time understanding others because you're so sensitive and you have a tendency to lash out or to turn people away from you or walk away from them, or it's like there's this energy of not being on the same page as somebody, having the tendency to maybe be very, very white or black and not really seeing that there's a gray matter in between, that there is, how can I describe this? You guys have a hard time seeing things for what they are sometimes. There's a heavy Neptunian energy surrounding you guys. So if you guys are not Piscean or if you don't have a prominent Neptune, I don't know what to tell you because I strongly feel this energy here. I would take a look at your birth chart to see where your Neptune placement is, especially if it is on your ascendant or one of the major points of your chart. So like the midheaven, the descendant, the Imam Coeli, which is your 4th house. There's something here with Neptune, or maybe your Mercury placement has a Neptune placement, like Mercury square Neptune, Mercury conjunct or opposing Neptune, where it's very difficult for you to have conversations with people because you're very sensitive and like things either go over your head or things get blown out of proportion here, and it's hard for you to ground yourself. It's hard for you to understand how to exist in this worldly plane because I feel like maybe you feel that other people don't understand you. And I feel like, once again, those of you who are very spiritually advanced with this 5D card being here, you guys are aware of your triggers. You guys are aware that you have a tendency to misunderstand or miscommunicate to those around you. And I feel like you are working on this. But I feel like at this time, some of you guys are still very closed off in the heart center. And your higher self is really trying to guide you to move past this energy, to heal this energy. There's a lot that you go through, or a lot that you have gone through already, or a lot that you feel that you keep within yourself here. Can we get some advice, please? Advice for my pile ones from their higher self, please. Some advice. Okay, we have the Star. We have the 8 of Wands. There's something here that you guys wish to do, wish to attain. Advice, please, for pile 1. Strength. Bottom of the deck, we have Death. I feel that your higher self right now is really guiding you to go through this deep transformation of self, where you are going to be able to understand yourself better. There is a strong energy here of protection. You are being protected. We did see this crystalline structure of like a shield almost protecting you, and then we had that shield with the Knight of Pentacles. It was here as well. We also see a shield with the Knight of Swords, so you guys could be very defensive with your words, like I mentioned earlier. Like if something gets too close to your heart, you tend to lash out or to turn it off, like to close it off. Yeah, there's just this strong energy of trying to get you to step into your confidence again, to reclaim your power, to go through this deep transformation of self, because I feel that some of you guys, because of what you've gone through, you feel that you don't have control over your emotions or control over the way you perceive things. But this is the furthest from the case. It's furthest from the truth. And I think your higher self is trying to remind you of this, that you have the potential to be the strongest version of yourself, that you have the ability to address anything that is causing you to turn away from yourself. There's definitely some shadow work that needs to be done here. So yeah, like doing things in the 5D, healing in the 5D, ascending in the 5D is awesome. It's great. But I do feel that there is some work here that needs to be done on the physical plane. I think you need to do a little bit more reflection of yourself and of your own behaviors and your own triggers here. Because your higher self sees you as this Queen of Wands. Your higher self sees you as this open connections, being able to be very powerful, standing in your truth and in your heart center. And this is where you guys are at right now. So I'm going to leave this part here, and then I will end it off with an oracle card for you guys. These are my nature meditations oracle cards. I love the messages on these cards because they're very gentle, but they cause you to reflect as well. So it does bring up a little bit of the subconscious. Can we please get a word of advice for my pile ones from their higher self, please? Thank you. Return to joy, walking thoughts. As children, nature was often the background of our most cherished memories. Hopscotch in the park with our friends, hide and go seek in the woods, or maybe a camping trip with family. As adults, however, we tend to see nature as a vehicle for contemplation and personal transformation. It's important to remember, though, that it can also be a place to embrace play, fun, and creativity. As you walk today, consider your earliest experiences with the outdoors. What are your memories of enjoying yourself in the natural world? How can you bring youthful joy to your adult experiences in nature? Yeah, so you guys, some of you really need to ground. Some of you are very much in your head or very much in your crown chakra. Maybe your third eye is going nuts, going crazy, and you don't know what's going on. But I do feel like you guys need to ground. A lot of you guys have a very strong connection to forests as well as water, is what I feel. So if the weather permits where you live, then I would definitely try to get outdoors for a little bit and to try to remember the things that you used to do as a kid. Try to remember the fun that you used to have and how carefree you were. And I feel that the more that you can tap into that inner child energy, which once again actually goes along with this Queen of Wands and strength. Anytime I see fire element, it reminds me of the inner child. So I do feel that you are being asked to lighten up a little bit. Remember who you are and try not to let the heaviness of life get to you, because you are a wonderful spirit being and you have a lot of potential and you have a lot of love to give. And I feel like this is why you're being guided to open up. You are meant to love yourself. You are meant to love others, and you're meant to spread that love as many places as you can. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading. I hope I was able to help you, and I will see you in my next reading for you. Bye. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Himalayan salt crystal, and this is your card. We have garnet and lady's mantle with womb healing, and then we have the keywords sexual power and sovereignty. Ooh, this is powerful. Some of you guys are really trying to tap into your sexual energy. There's a lot of sacral chakra healing at this time. Kundalini awakening I'm picking up for some of you. Some of you guys are very creative at this time, very active. I feel like your higher self is taking you through healing the feminine aspect of who you are. So there's a lot of mother wounds being healed, a lot of feminine healing. Some of you, if you are looking to have children, I feel that this is something that you are really working on as well. So this is a very nice energy so far. Yeah, I love this. So let's go ahead and get your other oracle cards. Can we please get a message from Pile 2's higher self? Message from Pile 2's higher self. Thank you. We have your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Yeah, some of you guys are artists. Some of you guys create with your hands, or I'm picking up like glass art, stained glass art, painting, oil paints, a lot of painting I'm picking up as well. Just a lot of creativity that you guys are into. You guys are artists, definitely. I am picking up more so, like I said, like painting or working with tools to create something. But this could be anything that makes you feel creative. I feel that your higher self is very much guiding you to channel your creative energy. And I feel that you have a surplus of it right now, because there is a reason for you to tap into this energy. There's something that is untapped within you that your higher self is trying to get you to realize about yourself. And I feel that you are also being reminded that you can do anything. For some of you, trigger warning, if some of you have gone through sexual abuse or trauma related to your mother, or trauma related to just the feminine aspect of who you are. Maybe you are the type of person, if you are a woman, maybe you're the type of person who has been living in your masculine. Maybe you are the type of person who has been in survival mode for quite some time, and now you're being guided to re-enter this energy of your feminine. Message from my pile 2's higher self, please. Thank you. We have portal, infinite mind, awakening consciousness. Very nice. A lot of you are going through a spiritual awakening right now, or you're just beginning to see things differently, I feel, with all of this feminine energy present. Some of you may be drawn to birds, hummingbirds. You may have a bird as a spirit guide. We also see feathers here in her crown or her hairpiece and what she's wearing. Strong energy of birds. Some of you guys could be air placements, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and get some tarot cards for you. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of you guys have been living in your masculine energy for too long, and you're being reminded of your feminine energy. We have Page of Coins. Yeah, this could be something that you're not familiar with. You could be starting over, or you could be trying to connect to that feminine aspect of who you are, and it might seem a little bit foreign to you. Messages, please, from my pile 2's higher self. We have the Magician. Yeah, so being right under your life as a canvas. It's like you're going back to the drawing board. Also with the Page of Coins here, you could be starting a new journey in your life, or you could be just tapping into your creative energy for the very first time. Some of you could be a little bit older, maybe 30 or older, 40 or older. Some of you guys have gifts here, creative gifts that you have not tapped into, and I feel like now you're starting to. This is something that you are realizing, that you actually are very creative. You have a lot of talent within you that you've never really channeled before. Yeah, some of you guys with this sexual power as well, you're taking control of your sexuality. Maybe you are the type of person who used to be very conservative in your past, or maybe you never had the chance to blossom into your full sexual power. There's a lot of feminine energy healing right now. So some of you guys could even be dancing, engaging in more sexual activity, engaging in more self-pleasure, things like that. I'm also seeing like pole dancing, bicycles. So there's a lot going on here. You guys are very energetic at this time. Messages from my pile 2's higher self. Messages from my pile 2's higher self, please. We have the Knight of Coins. One more message, please, from my pile 2's higher self. Thank you. We have the Hermit. Interesting. We have the 7 of Coins at the bottom of the deck. There's this very stable energy surrounding you. I feel like a lot of you are coming into the realization of who you truly are and who you want to become. I feel like with the Hermit being here, specifically this person's hand is underneath a light. So it's almost like something is coming to light here, something you're realizing about yourself. You could have gone through a very intense spiritual awakening here with the Knight of Coins, the Hermit. There's a strong energy of a new beginning here. So some of you guys may have recently left something in the past, or you're starting over in your life. You're going down a completely different path is what I'm seeing. I'm just getting the strong energy of you having maybe worked a corporate job for a while, or having attained a certain level of financial stability where now you're finally getting to the point that you're like, okay, now what? And you're starting to channel this feminine energy. You're starting to channel this creative energy that you have had dormant within you for a very long time. And I feel like your higher self is really guiding you to own this energy, to work through this energy, because some of you, I'm hearing, you have forgotten who you are. You have forgotten who you are. It was clear as day. And you are being reminded of who you are. I'm just getting still this strong energy, especially with this card here, of healing your relationship with your mom. Or this is very, very specific, but if you have had children already and you had a traumatic birth experience, I feel that this is something you are working through as well. This is something that your creative side is helping to channel out of you. So maybe if you write a song about your experience, or if you paint what you're feeling about the situation. Some of you may have also unfortunately suffered a miscarriage or something along those lines. If you have, I am very sorry about your loss. Yeah, I definitely might need to put a trigger warning with this video. But I feel like whatever has happened, you guys have moved past it. You've moved past the difficult part already, and now you're starting to relish in the new changes that are happening for you. You're starting to really accept who you are and work through these feelings of maybe feeling like, some of you guys feel like you're not feminine enough or womanly enough. Some of you don't know necessarily how to channel this energy. Some of you have a very uptight energy, or maybe you used to. Picking up a lot of air from you guys, a lot of Virgo energy as well. There's a strong awakening that's happening here, and I feel like the main reason, like I mentioned, is because you are just being guided to, you're being guided back to yourself. There's something that has happened here where you have gone through some sort of trauma, or you have strayed off path or gone down some sort of path that killed the light within you. And now, especially with this card I'm seeing with this woman standing on top of the hill, it looks like there's a lot of glass in the sky here, and she's looking into the horizon. It's almost like you have realized that there is something more that you have to live for, and I feel that you're excited about it, but I feel that you're taking your time at the same time. This is not something that you're rushing through. I feel like you are just beginning to get reconnected to your soul and to your feminine energy. Like I mentioned earlier, maybe healing your relationship with your mom, working through some difficult emotions from your childhood, or there's a lot of sexual energy here. And I know I need to be careful with what I say because of YouTube and the rules, but I just feel like some of you guys, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but if you have gone through sexual abuse, there is a lot that you're working through. There's a lot of reclaiming of your energy is what I'm hearing as well. Some of you could have gone through some traumatic experiences with sexual partners in your past, and you are learning to reclaim that power. You are learning that you are not a product of what has happened to you, or maybe of who you used to connect with, what you used to engage in. Yeah, there's something here of, it's like you had to protect your feminine energy because of something that you went through. And now you're just learning to reawaken that energy. And I feel that it's very exciting to you. So if you feel like you have this surplus of energy, or if you have this desire to get out more or to create something, then follow those signs, follow your intuition, because I feel like it is leading you down a path of reconnecting with who you are and being more comfortable in your feminine energy without having to hide an aspect of who you are. I'm also picking up that maybe some of you tried to, like, maybe in your past you tried to, I can't think of the word, but when people over-sexualize you, maybe that made you uncomfortable, so you tried to compensate for that by dressing differently or wearing less makeup or trying to make yourself seem less appealing. And I feel like now you're realizing that you made yourself feel small because other people made you feel small, and now you're reclaiming this power. There's a lot of color here. So you guys are very much stepping into this energy of, this is who I am, and I'm not going to hide it anymore. I'm going to be proud of who I am, and I'm going to incorporate every aspect of who I am. And I think this is your higher self speaking as well. Your higher self is really trying to remind you that you don't have to hide who you are anymore. Whatever has happened in your past, you are free from that. You are free from any restraints that have held you back. And your life is a canvas. You can do anything you want. Magician here. You're being given an opportunity here to take what you have and make something of it. So yeah, I feel like this is where I'm being guided to end this reading. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an oracle card here from my Nature Meditations deck. This is a very helpful deck to tap into your subconscious. Can we please get a message from my Pile 2's higher self, please? Message from my Pile 2's higher self. Thank you. Okay, we have Cleansing Rain with Nature Meditations. Find a place to sit quietly for a few minutes. Close your eyes and imagine a rainstorm rolling in. Feel the experience of the storm surrounding you. Hear the loud claps of thunder. See the bright flashes of lightning. Listen for the pitter-patter of raindrops on the trees, the ground, the rocks. Now imagine that this rain has come to cleanse you. Think of something that's causing you stress and allow the raindrops to wash over you, taking your troubles along with them as they run into the ground. Yeah, this is bringing me back to this energy. You guys, if some of you have gone through some sort of sexual trauma or abuse where you feel that your power has been robbed from you, or you feel that you're dirty, like you carry this energetic residue of whatever has happened to you, try this meditation. I feel that it's really going to help you. And you can even try this if the weather permits where you live. You can go outdoors, stand in the rain. You can take a shower while you're doing this. Yeah, there's a blizzard happening in Chicago today, so there's a lot of plow trucks outside. Excuse me for that. But yeah, I just feel like some of you guys suffer with this energy of feeling like you're unclean or like you're dirty. And this is the furthest from the truth. Definitely try this meditation. Try to take a shower and try to imagine everything just coming off of you and releasing anything that you're holding on to that has caused you stress or that has caused you to repress this feminine aspect of who you are. You are beautiful. You are radiant. You are sexy. You are amazing. And you don't need to hide that anymore. Yeah, this is your message. Anything that has hurt you, anyone that has hurt you or taken power from you, they are no longer able to take this from you. And anytime you feel this way, you can try this meditation. And I feel that it will really help you out. I have used this meditation myself a couple times. It works amazing. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading. I hope I was able to help you. And I will see you in my next reading for you. Bye. Hey, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Opalite crystal. And this is your card. We have Lava Stone and Red Hot Poker. My body is a safe space. Keywords are transmuting, breaking down barriers, realizations. I feel like you guys might be my fire pile, so you may have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius in your chart. I'm feeling a lot of Aries and Sagittarius in specific. But I do feel like at this time, your higher self is guiding you to a place of internal safety. I feel that maybe whatever you're going through in life right now makes you feel like you're a little bit unstable or ungrounded, or like you don't know how to protect yourself, or maybe you cannot protect yourself. But I feel like at this time you're going through an intense spiritual awakening of trying to transmute the energies around you. So you guys are definitely my alchemists. I feel like you guys are able to withstand a lot of emotional pressure. You're very resilient. You have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations in life that have made you channel some of those darker shadow energies and those darker experiences into something great for yourself. So I feel like at this time, whatever you're going through, your higher self is trying to remind you that you have this strong alchemizing potential to turn whatever you're going through into something positive. And I feel like you know this about yourself already. So let's see what else comes through for you. There's a lot of protection that you guys are feeling that you need. Message from my Message from my pile three's higher self, please. Message from my pile three's higher self. Oh, wow. Okay, I guess you guys get 2. So we have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. What did I just say, guys? This is crazy. I can't make this up. And we also have forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. Oh yeah, you guys are definitely Aries. Or we have maybe Saturn in Aries, Jupiter in Aries. If you know your chart, there is something that you have in Aries here where you are meant to be your own leader. Maybe North Node in Aries. But yeah, with cracked open here, rock bottom, some of you guys might feel like you're at your wit's end right now. And it's very interesting because in all of these cards, there's a path being forged, or there's almost like this crack in the foundation. Maybe you might feel like there's a crack in the foundation of your life. So we see one here. We also see one in this woman's head. It looks like she's splitting open and her essence is coming out. And then on this one, of course, we see the lava moving through the rocks. So there is something where you're going through something in life right now, excuse me, that is causing you to take a look within, because I feel like you have lost a sense of control. You have lost the ability to control what is happening in your outside world, and you're being guided to the inside to see, okay, what can I do about this? Now that I know that I have no control over this situation, now that I know that I can't stop this from happening, what can I do about it? And I feel like for a lot of you, this is leading you to your own leadership. It's causing you to realize how powerful you are, and that if you can get through this, you can get through anything, you can do anything, you can create anything. And I feel like a lot of you, it's like this energy of wanting to remove yourself, uproot yourself from where you are and start over somewhere new. So this could definitely involve some sort of traumatic situation, or some sort of exposure to something that makes you feel uncomfortable. There's something that has happened here. And I feel like you are turning to your faith. You're turning within, and your higher self is guiding you through this. Your higher self is here to remind you that you are not alone. So if you needed to hear that, that is a message for you. You are not alone. You are always being guided. Even if you feel like everything around you is falling apart, all you need is a couple deep breaths, a few minutes to retune into yourself. I almost want to cry right now. There's a need for you to get in tune with your inner compass, your higher self, because I feel like there's something here where it's like you need some patience. You need some patience to get through whatever this is. I feel that for some of you, maybe you've never tapped into your faith. Maybe you've never tapped into your spiritual gifts, but I feel like at this time, you're being strongly guided to have this awakening to this kind of reminds me when I went through my own heavy spiritual awakening a couple of years ago. This is probably the most intense one that I've had so far, where everything was taken from me. My whole life fell apart. I had nothing. I had no money. I had no home for a little while. And I just remember just sitting on the floor in my basement, and well, my parents' basement, and just I lost everything. I was asking for a sign. I needed some sort of guidance. And this is exactly when a lot of my spirit guides revealed themselves to me. They told me to get up. They told me to get moving. I remember when I was packing my things to leave my parents' house, because there was a situation that went down, a very dramatic situation. They were pushing me and guiding me. They were like, come on, you can do this. Like, pack your bags. Don't forget this. And like all of a sudden, I just felt like I was empowered by something that was stronger than me. So maybe this is something that you can relate to right now. It seems that even though you have lost control over whatever's happening in your life, there's something within you that is guiding you, and this is your higher self. Something that is pushing you along, something that when you have nothing else to give, when you have no more energy, it's like you're still able to channel something, and that's your higher self moving you through this. They don't want you to rest. They don't want you to quit. So this is a very powerful message that I'm getting so far. So let's see what else we have here. Messages from my pile three's higher self, please. From my pile three's higher self. Thank you. Yeah, you guys have a strong energy here. Your higher self is extremely powerful. Opening heart, deep connections, water blessings. Yeah, so I do feel that even though you are connecting to your higher self right now, you could be also meeting some of your spirit guides. I feel that there are connections outside of you, maybe in your life, in your waking life, your physical life, that are trying to help you as well. I just feel this strong energy, once again, how I mentioned, of your higher self doesn't want to, your higher self doesn't want you to quit or to fall behind. And this is kind of the image I'm seeing of like them holding their hand out to you and helping guide you through the storm, helping you to stay connected to your heart center, even though you might not know where life is taking you right now. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Messages, please, from my pile 3's higher self. We have the Hermit. We have Justice. Messages from my pile 3's higher self, please. Let's get one more card. Thank you. We have the 8 of Wands. Yeah. I'm just getting this energy once again of you guys, of like maybe you have almost quit, or maybe you did quit. Maybe you have gotten to the point where in the past that you just wanted to let everything go. You wanted to be done with everything and you didn't want to move forward anymore. You didn't want to see another day. And I'm just getting this energy of, once again, Justice, 8 of Wands, like get up, keep moving. This is that spiritual energy. This is your higher self trying to get you to understand that maybe, unfortunately, sometimes things have to happen the way that they do, but I feel like you're being taken somewhere else now. You're being guided somewhere else with the 8 of Wands showing up right underneath the opening heart. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Yeah, you're being shown the truth about yourself and about your situation. You're being reminded of how much power you carry within. And I feel like some of you guys have forgotten that. Some of you guys have let your, maybe not consciously, but you have let your life situations rob you of your light, of your energy, of your vital life force. And I feel like right now you're being taken back to the essence of who you are and reminded of how much power you have. I feel like you have the ability with Forge, Don't Follow, Pave a New Path, Be the Leader You Wish You Had, right underneath 8 of Wands. You're being guided to either move away, travel, if you're able to, move somewhere else where you are able to get away from this, because although maybe you have hit a rock bottom, I feel like this is just a rock bottom in this current stage of your life, because maybe you're meant to grow elsewhere. And of course, every situation is different. I'm not sure what you are going through personally, but I do feel like you are meant to go somewhere else. You're meant to get up, uproot yourself from this situation and move somewhere else. And you're being divinely guided. Your higher self is leading the way here with this hand drawn out to take yours. You're being reminded of who you are. I'm hearing that quote from The Lion King when Simba, he was following Rafiki through the forest and he felt lost. He kept getting stuck. He was tripping. He felt trapped and he didn't know where to go because he lost sight of Rafiki. It's almost like Rafiki is your higher self in this case. And he leads him to the water and he asks him, he's like, look, what do you see? And Simba's like, I don't see anything. I don't know why I feel like crying. This is insane, guys. And he's like, look harder. And when he focuses, he's able to see himself, but then he also sees an image of his father. And his father tells him, remember who you are. Remember who you are. And I feel like this is what you guys are going through right now. You're being reminded of who you are. You're being reminded that you are not a product of your circumstances. Even if you've lost everything, you can still make something out of yourself as long as you believe that you can. And that is the determining factor here. You need to believe. I feel like some of you guys, about half of you already are accepting this. You are opening up to your faith. A lot of you guys are having a hard time. There's this energy of your higher self waiting for you, trying to get you to realize that you have more potential, but some of you guys are still in disbelief, or you guys are working through some very difficult physical reality situations. But I feel like your higher self is going to be there when you are ready. So here, let's do this. We have, once again, I'll show you this card. Opening heart, holding out the hand. We have the sun here. They're waiting for you to realize that you have the power within you. This is your higher self speaking, which of course still is a version of yourself. The higher self is the highest vibrational version of who you are. The spiritual version of who you are, your soul, your essence. And you're trying to, or your higher self is trying to reconnect you to this. They're trying to show you that your time being reclusive and being hidden away from who you are is over, because now it's time to take action. I think what I'm trying to say here, also what I'm picking up, is that some of you guys are meant to help others. You are meant to help others with Be the Leader You Wish You Had, Eight of Wands. You are meant to teach others about what you have gone through and help others get through similar situations. You guys could be healers. You might do what I do. You could be a tarot reader, a spiritual advisor, or maybe you're being guided to become some sort of healer or counselor, because I feel like you have gone through so many situations in life, or at least one very traumatic one that has completely changed the trajectory of your life and has turned off the essence of who you are. And if you're able to get back in contact with this, then you have all the power in the world and you'll be able to help others do the same thing. I think you have this gift of being able to see like the dark side of life and not let it phase you, or you will in the future, because you've seen the ugliest parts of life. You've been through the darkest parts of humanity. And I feel like now your higher self is trying to pull you out of this and say, okay, like your time in this situation or in this place of life is over, because now you're meant to do something bigger. And this is a very important message that I'm getting for you guys. You're not meant to stay in this situation forever. You were meant to go through this so you could learn something about yourself and about life, so you could then go off and teach others and help other people and show other people that when something happens to you, you don't have to stay down. You can get back up. When life takes everything from you, when other people take everything from you, you still have the ability to get up and do something else. You have the ability to completely transform your life at any time. And I think this is the strongest message that I'm getting for you. So I'm going to go ahead and end this off with one of my oracle cards from my my nature meditations deck, excuse me. This deck is wonderful for tapping into your subconscious. So can I please get some advice from my pile number 3s from their higher self? Message from my pile 3's higher self. Thank you. We have You Are Worthy. Messages from the earth. Nature never questions our worthiness. It never asks that we provide our credentials or prove ourselves in order to receive the bounty of its offerings. Next time you find yourself questioning your worthiness or experiencing feelings of self-doubt, go outside to remind yourself that nature will always embrace you as you are. Choose to be gentler with yourself. Know that you deserve the good in your life. You are worthy of the joy, happiness, and peace you seek. Yeah, exactly. Some of you guys might feel like this is the end-all be-all for you, or this is what life has thrown at you and this is what you deserve, but that's not the truth. And once again, I'm just going back to that message of you had to go through something to teach you something about yourself, to remind you of how worthy and strong you are, and to remind you that you are able to transmute your life. You're able to take everything that life has thrown at you, break it down, and build it into something beautiful. So once again, you guys could have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm also picking up now a lot of Scorpio energy, Virgo energy. You guys are very strong. You may have a lot of Pluto contact in your chart, like Moon Pluto, Mars Pluto, Venus Pluto, or maybe you're a Scorpio rising, or you have a lot of Scorpio placements. But there's something along the lines of this inner strength that you have to this fortitude that you have to take on anything, really. It's like you're a force to be reckoned with, and I think some of you guys have forgotten that, and you are being reminded of that. So this is what I'm seeing for you. I am going to leave it here. I hope I was able to help some of you, and I will see you in my next reading for you. Bye.